This is Q.
And I'm Kadeja with ThisIsRnB.com, and we're here with the Academy Award winner, 4-time Grammy Award winner, Golden Globe nominee, producer-songwriter, Emile. What's up?
What's going on? How you doing?
We're so great. We're so great. Welcome. But, before we begin, we would just like to send our condolences to you and your family for the loss of your beautiful mother. We know that she is just beaming with pride from all of your accomplishments. Absolutely.
Yeah, that means a lot. Thank you so much.
You're so
I know
welcome.
she's up here. She's up there looking at us right now, actually.
Yes, definitely. Her and the original owner, my late husband, Jamie Wexler. So they're up there jammed together.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so you must be still on a Grammy high for one of the most contagious and feel-good songs, Leave the Door Open. What was the creative process like working with those two incredible artists, Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars?
A lot of laughs, a lot of fun, a lot of hard work. We were just in every day for 2 years, 1.5, 2 years, just really working on the whole project. But that song in particular, it was the one that really set it off and made us all feel like, okay, yeah, we got something. And it was kind of cool because we all just could get on an instrument and play something and, kind of just figure it out. And, including Brody Brown, who was also helping us with that song in particular. It was just fun.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yes.
They're incredible, talented artists.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are the first songwriter to ever win Song of the Year 2 years in a row.
Crazy.
Wow.
So crazy.
How does that make you feel?
I kind of I don't know if it hit me because it's just like, I didn't even know that was a thing to even be like, I didn't even know. First, when I heard that I could be, I was like, really? Nobody's ever done that before? And
Right.
I was like, okay. And then when it happened, it was just like so many different emotions at the same time, that I don't even think I realized it until after we accepted the award. Like, oh snap, I did it.
Yeah, you did.
You definitely did it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people may not know you. Well, maybe now they do, right?
Yeah, maybe.
But tell everyone how you got started and share some advice for some up and coming artists who are trying to get into the industry.
Well, I've been around music all my life. My dad and my mom, my mom was a singer, and my dad currently still gives private lessons. He still teaches. He's a teacher, and he's still a musician. He still plays every day, still practices, like like he's still learning.
Yeah.
So, just growing up in that, just literally since the moment I was born, I guess I knew that's what I wanted to do. So I had that background. And then, once I was in high school, like in my teenage years, I always kind of took it seriously, but I guess I really got to take it seriously because it was like possibility of me being able to do it for real. And I had a couple of opportunities there to work with some major artists for the first time, like Rihanna. That was like my first ever anything.
Wow. You had that as your first. Oh
yeah. On her very first album, it was like an album cut on there, but still, that was like huge for me. And then the second one being Mary J. Blige, which was incredible too. So after that, that's when I met RJ, Rodney Jerkins. And then, that was a whole nother level of stuff with the Janet Jacksons and whatever came after that. So it was just really just kind of hustling and grinding in New York, just trying to find a path for myself,
Wow. Keep hustling for you artists out there trying to make it.
Exactly. And never stop.
That's the ticket right there.
Absolutely. And you have created some masterpieces. So, and you named Rihanna, you named Janet Jackson. Who is who is in your top 5 that you would like to work with, dead or alive?
Ooh. Dead or alive? Okay. Quincy Jones, Prince, Donny Hathaway, Michael. Gosh, it's not fair. So many, but
You're almost there. You're almost there. Give us 2 more. Give us 2 more.
okay. I had a thought of Anita Baker.
Yes.
Shaka Khan. I can kind of keep going, but
You can totally keep going. But that's when you stop there. Oh my gosh. All incredible.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Talk about like R&B legends there.
Yeah.
Royalty.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, and you know, you mentioned, and Qyiana mentioned that you've worked with so many talented artists, like you said, Rihanna, her, Sierra, Usher, and of course, Miss Janet Jackson. When you get that call, like what goes through your mind when you know that you're going to be working with them or working on their album?
It depends on who it is or the artist. Sometimes I'll be scared, like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do? Other times I'm like, oh, I can't wait because I have ideas already,
Right.
you know. But you know, it's random. I guess I'm always nervous when I do get to work with somebody for the first time because I don't know what the vibe is gonna be. I'm always thinking like the worst of like, all right, I hope they like me. I hope what I'm doing is cool, and they'll call me back again.
Yeah, right.
Once I get past that, and then I get to understand the person and feel them out, especially when I get to go in with them, you know, then it gets easier from there. And I just try to do the best that I could. But yeah, initially getting the call, there's always excitement. And then, you know, like, okay, now I got to work.
Right. Relief.
Yeah.
Relief. Yes.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned Mary J. Blige earlier. So how was it working with the Queen on her new album? And what was your favorite track off the album?
Oh, that's not fair to ask me.
Well, I'm going to tell you mine is Rent Money Due. I mean,
I
Rent Money
love
Due.
that one. That's definitely one of my favorites.
I love that one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I'm not saying that because it's me.
Uh-huh.
But, there's a couple other ones. I got to look at the list again, but I really thought the album was really good. But you know, I've been blessed to work with her before. This one was a little more personal, more direct than the other times. All the other times I got to, like, I might have had the song already and we sent it to her and she loved it and she, you know, there was a lot of that. But this time we, like, even for Good Morning Gorgeous, like me, her, and Lucky and Tiara Thomas, we were all in the studio with her and it just organically just turned into what it was, and that was an incredible session. So, you know, but it's always great working with her, and that's another thing with her. The first time I met her, I was kind of nervous for sure, starstruck, quiet. That was like 10 years ago. But you know, now, like, you know, that's the homie. So, yeah, I love her for sure.
Okay. Yeah, Good Morning Gorgeous was off. That's another one of my favorites as well.
Yeah, such a great.
I just had Rent Money Due on repeat. Yeah.
And Love Without the Heartbreak and the Falling in Love, like those are all every last one. I mean, the whole album is incredible. It
really
is
good for sure.
She always makes you feel whatever she's going through, you know, and that's a true artist. Like, if you can do that, you're golden. And
100%.
For sure.
Yes. And you know, like you already said, you kind of had sometimes you had things in mind with the, you know, with the album or song. So when you're like approaching a project and they're like, okay, we want something totally fresh, are you kind of like, okay, yes, I already had this type of sound for you? Or is it kind of like, this is the direction we're going in and you kind of got to get in line? Like, how does that process work?
Yeah, I mean, again, that depends on the artist. Sometimes I might have the idea and then it sparks the whole, you know, all right, this is the direction. Sometimes it's the other way around where they kind of know exactly what they want to do, and you know, it's just my job to help see it to the finish line. So, and then, sometimes I'll be in with somebody and we both don't know what to do. And we just try stuff until something hits, and they're like, okay, wait a minute, now we're on to something. And then, the rest is history from there.
So you just said that you sometimes you can hit like a block wall, a stumbling block. So when you're in the studio or when you're like in a writing session, when that happens, has it ever been a time where it's like, okay, we're really not getting anything right now, like let's come back tomorrow, and like how do you process that?
Yeah, sure. You just reminded me of one time I had to do that.
Really?
I was working with this artist and a couple of writers, and I was trying to come up with something for us to get the ball rolling. And I honestly, like, nothing I was doing, at least I didn't like. And I was just like, okay, I'm stuck and I can't get out of this funk. Yeah. And just right on the spot, I kind of was like, man, maybe we just need to come back. I'm sorry. Let's just figure out another day and start over. Because today is not it, I'd hate doing that. And that was really kind of the only time I've done it that, like, that abruptly. Any other time, sometimes it's just like, maybe we just need to take a break and then like let's go outside and let's talk, and then let's go back to the drawing board. And then, it turns out good. But sometimes also I might be working on something and I don't like it, but then someone in the room hears something and then they'll inspire me after what they did to it to, they make me like it now, and then they might inspire me to actually finish it and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's why it's important to have the right people in the room as well.
Right, because the energy, if the energy is off, it's not good.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's good that what you said is that you recognize that it's not working and to come back to it. And I feel like, especially when you're up and coming, you're like, this is my only chance. You get so like caught up in your own mind of like, this is my only opportunity. I got to make it right. And you got to do it. And we can't take time because the studio costs and blah, blah, blah. All these things run through your mind. And it's like, it's okay. You know what? You have a moment, come back and never give up and just keep going. And that's even more of a,
that's exactly it.
Champion of it. Yes, definitely. Sure. So, have you ever thought about Broadway or working in animations, or you just want to stick to like the R&B and pop genre?
I actually haven't really thought about animations. That's funny. I don't know why I haven't, but
why?
Broadway kind of has been. Yeah, I should, right? Broadway has kind of been on my mind only because of the, everybody's like, oh, you can get an EGOT.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you're like for the award. Okay, I feel that
right.
angle. Okay.
I'm like, but I am also the type who doesn't like to force anything. Like if it's meant to be, if God wants that for me, then it will be. Of course, if the opportunity comes, I'm not gonna just shut it down that easily or anything like that. But yeah, I kind of look at life as like whatever comes my way. If I know it's for me, I'll try it. I'll try anything.
Good. Yeah. Well, we're throwing it out there in the world for you in the universe. Linda, well, Miranda, reach out.
Oh, okay.
Explode on the scene. That's what I'm here for.
Right.
Yes. Okay, now we're at the segment where we do Write the Hook, where we ask singer-songwriters such as yourself and producers to write a simple hook where we give you 2 words. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, question. Do I have to sing it?
No, you can just say the words. It doesn't matter.
Okay, cool.
We'll get it. We'll get the vibe from it.
All right, cool.
And being as though that I said vibe, that's one of our words. Vibe and time.
Vibe and time?
Mm-hmm.
Vibe and time?
Yes, those are the 2 words.
Okay. Trying to catch a vibe with you, but you won't give me no time? I don't know if that's a hook, but it's more like a verse.
That is like a verse. You know, it's funny because we had RL on and he like wrote a whole song with the words that we gave him. He was like, that's it. And I'm like, okay, we got more words. We got more words for you.
Right.
It's all good. It's all good.
There you go. I'm just sticking with that.
Okay, all right. But I'm just sticking with it.
You're
trying to catch a vibe. No, you're trying to catch a vibe with you, but you ain't got no time. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whack. It's cool.
Nothing whack about you. Nothing.
I told you, I use my hands.
Yes. Next time when we'll have to go in the studio with you and give you some more words, and then you'll just vibe off of that.
Right.
When you have the time. There you go.
Right. There you go. That was better.
So what's next for you?
Man, hopefully more movies, soundtrack stuff. I got a couple of things on the way soon that I'm excited about. I don't think I can talk about yet, but I know it's coming.
Okay.
And you know, I think the next real thing that I'm more trying to focus on and getting ready to focus on is kind of having my own artists and, you know, breaking them and developing them that way. And hopefully that can happen sooner than later, but that's the next thing that I'm looking towards, like label wise and everything, you know.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
That is amazing. Kudos to you.
Absolutely.
You know, you said you're working on that. That's for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get, I'm sure you do, solicited mail through your Instagram, your socials and stuff, where people are like, I want to work with you. Like, hear my music.
Yeah.
Has any of that ever panned out to anything?
Not yet, sort of. I mean, it depends. Not yet. But I have been looking, and there's a lot of talent out there. Kind of trying to figure out what I'm looking for specifically, but also, you know, just want to make sure that all the ducks are in a row. So when it's time, you know, I will do that. But you know, sometimes the internet and Instagram could be a scary place.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know,
For sure.
so you got to be careful with that as well. But yeah, when the time comes, I'm sure I'm definitely going to be answering some of those calls for sure.
Yeah, making sure it's a right fit and it feels good. Yeah. So speaking of that, let's tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, DMile85, Twitter, DMile85, TikTok, DMile85, basically DMile85 everywhere. That's the main ones for sure.
Okay, I like that. DMile85 everywhere. So are there any causes or anything else you want people to know about you before we close out?
Just keep rocking with me. Just wait and watch and see. Yeah.
Absolutely. And we'll be here for the ride, watching, waiting, and we're just excited to see what you're going to do next, because we know it's going to be something big. Yeah, just keep going. And we thank you so much for stopping by. ThisIsRnB.com. We appreciate you. And like I said, we look forward to DMile85 everywhere.
Catch your vibe and get that time.
Yes.
And thank you guys for tuning in to ThisIsRnB.com. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.